Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Let's Taste with the Intrepid Wino. My name is James Garesbrook. Thank you for joining me. On this edition I'm looking at some samples, some wines that have been submitted to me, and they are from a Coonawarra producer, Rymill, I'm not quite sure the pronunciation. I have looked at some Cabernets on Let's Taste before, probably most commonly from the Margaret River region, Western Australia. But probably the more historic region for Cabernet, as far as an icon region, is the Coonawarra region. Famously has the Terra Rossa, the red soils, which are a really important part of the quality and the success, the iconic status of the region, particularly for Cabernet wines. I have visited the region before, many years ago. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to call it the Cabernet series or something like that. Basically they would have an auction. I think James Halliday would sort of be a special guest. They would auction off special barrels that have been from this from the vintage, and yeah, it was a wonderful couple of days there. And as far as Rymill wines, I did sell them at King and Godfrey, where I was the wine buyer here in Carlton. So I am familiar with the producer, but it has been many years since I've tasted them. Today I'm looking at two Cabernet wines. One is the 2014 Cabernet, and the other one is a special program they have, Maturation Release Cabernet, and it's from the 2012 vintage. So let's start off with the younger wine. Now, obviously, with labelling laws in Australia, you have to have, I think it's a minimum of 85% or something like that, has to be Cabernet. So it's quite possible there might be some other varieties blended in here. It's not uncommon for a Cabernet to not be 100% Cabernet, but I can't say for certain with these two wines. So the recommended retail price for the Rymill Cabernet Sauvignon is $32. Nice and varietal, a little bit leafy, a little bit dusty. Yeah, sort of a dried eucalypt note. Dried cranberries. Dried blueberries, that kind of thing. Very, very faint kind of floral note as well. Bright, but not kind of really in your face, so that there is some subtlety to it, which I like. Let's taste. Quite fresh. Not really super intense, which is nice. It's certainly not overripe. There's a little bit of sweetness on the back end, which is possibly an oak derived character. It does have some nice kind of dark red fruits in there. A little bit of plumminess, but not kind of in a really juby, broad, flabby way. There is some focus there. Good tannin, not like massive, sort of there's a little bit of firmness to the tannins, but quite drinkable in fact. No, I really like that. I'm not a huge fan of Cabernet. It's not necessarily something that I would always choose, but I like that style. It is on the light side for Cabernet. It really hasn't been overworked, and it hasn't seen significant amounts of oak, which is quite refreshing. So let's look at the Maturation Release Cabernet from 2012. As you can see, this one is under a cork, but it is a Diam or at least a reconstituted, no, it is a reconstituted cork, which is a very high quality cork, very tight. Let's see what this one. So the recommended retail for the maturation release is $45. Slightly more brooding, slightly sort of leafier, a bit earthier. This one probably does show a little bit more of a kind of red earth Terra Rossa character. Slightly sort of stemmy. Yeah, sort of dry tannin notes. Let's taste. Fuller on the palate, more presence, more fruit, but a sort of a more mature fruit, a more elegant fruit character. I'm seeing more oak tannins here, and like sweeter oak tannins as well. More robust, has more carry through on the palate, a little bit broader and fuller, but still quite fresh. The fruit is again not really over the top. It has a sort of a red plum note, but it's not kind of dewy and sort of sweet and gloopy. It has, you know, some savoury notes as well, quite subtle, just in support of the fruit and the slightly more robust tannins. It is a very, very good quality Cabernet. I think my personal preference is probably for the 2014, just being a little bit lighter and fresher. I think that real Cabernet lovers will definitely appreciate the maturation release, the 2012. It's still got a lot of life in it. I think it's showing, you know, very vibrant now, but quite well constructed. So I think it's going to carry through for quite a few years. So if you were going to sell a one yourself, I would suggest the maturation release. And at $45, I think that's still pretty good value. But yeah, the one that I probably would definitely drink now would be the 2014. So yeah, really benchmark quality Cabernet from the Coonawarra region. Yeah, very happy with those, and really not outrageously priced either. So thank you very much for the samples. I really do appreciate it. Please do get in contact with me if you are interested in submitting samples to be tasted on Let's Taste here on the Intrepid Wino YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, share it on social media, leave a comment below. You're welcome to ask any questions or share your experiences with Rymill or Coonawarra or Cabernet, and subscribe to the channel as well so that you can get the newest videos as soon as they become available. Come and visit me at intrepidwino.com. There's lots of content on my website, and there's lots of different ways of getting in contact with me. And of course, I'd love for you to follow me on social media, on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'm at Intrepid Wino. But until next time, guys, cheers.